Hey everyone, I'm Daniel, and welcome to Jurassic Corner. Today I'm excited to share with you one of the last few statues I'll be adding to the collection, the 1/15 scale Jurassic World Indominus Rex by Prime 1 Studio. This piece was first unveiled over 3 years ago when the company originally acquired the Jurassic license. Since that time, they've released and sold out of many different pieces, most of which I've reviewed here on the channel. The Indominus Rex was first introduced in 2015's Jurassic World, and technically, while all the dinosaurs in Jurassic Park were genetically modified clones, the Indominus Rex is regarded as the first true genetic hybrid of the series, being a mix of Carnotaurus, Giganotosaurus, Velociraptor, and more. The Indominus Rex is the smartest and most terrifying theropod in the series to date, instantly becoming a fan favorite. So this particular piece has had kind of a weird pre-order period. It has been the most delayed piece in the Jurassic line from Prime 1, pushed back well over a year from the scheduled release. That in itself is not too uncommon, but the edition size went from 300, abruptly changing to 100, going to waitlist, and then immediately showing sold out all in the matter of a week. Luckily, I had my pre-order secured well before that. Lastly, this was advertised as a bonus version, which means it'll ship with an additional bonus item. But the bonus item for this piece was never announced, leaving everyone to guess what or if it would even come with one. Fortunately, it did come with something. So let's take a look at the unboxing and assembly. The piece comes in 2 large boxes weighing in at 29 and 38 pounds, and took about 12 weeks to arrive from China with economy shipping. As I stated earlier, there were only 100 of these statues made, and I received number 42. The box art on each box is identical, showing promo images of the statue on one side and the Indominus Rex peeking out from the trees along with claw marks on the other. The side of the box indicates the team that worked on this piece. Steve Jubinville was the lead animator for ILM for Jurassic World and was one of the main artists responsible for the Indominus Rex. Having had Steve sculpt this piece assures me it'll be one of the most accurate Indominus Rex statues available. Starting with the smaller box B, the styrofoam clamshell houses only the base of the statue. This massive museum base features a muddy and rocky jungle environment along with an injured Ankylosaurus. The bottom graphics have the Jurassic World logo along with a unique edition number, but unfortunately I didn't get any shots beneath the base. Box A is much larger yet weighs much less than Box B. Opening the box immediately reveals some Prime 1 advertisements and the assembly instructions. There are only 4 steps to assembly, making the instructions pretty unnecessary. Pulling out and opening the styrofoam reveals the Indominus Rex herself. The length of the dinosaur explains why Box A is so large. It is a solid piece from head to outstretched tail, with only a single finger being part of the assembly. Along with the finger, there are a couple of small bushes that make up the rest of the parts. So all that's left is the mystery bonus piece, and here it is, a John Hammond Amber Cane writing pen. I've seen this piece of merch before on Prime 1's Instagram, as it's sold exclusively at the Prime 1 Next Level shop located in Japan. And while I've seen some people voice disappointment in this being the bonus item, I'm actually quite pleased with it. But I do agree Prime 1 got a little lazy in this department this time around. Assembly on the piece is very straightforward. The dinosaur keys into the base with one large peg on the right foot. The peg is very sturdy and holds the Indominus in place really well. The thumb on the left arm magnetically attaches into place and wraps around the armor of the injured Ankylosaurus. All that's left after that is the 2 small plants that also go into place with a small magnet. The measurements come out to about 18 inches tall, with the base coming in at about 29.5 inches wide, while the Indominus tail does extend well beyond the base, giving it a total width of 40 inches. Being so long is going to make it a little tricky for me to display, but it's definitely worth making room for. Fully assembled though, this piece is undoubtedly impressive. The mouth on this dinosaur is pretty crazy. The Indominus Rex lower jaw is slightly longer than its top, giving it the largest bite circumference of any dinosaur. This is also one of the most violent pieces in the line aside from the Rotunda Rex diorama. And like the Rotunda, this poses a scene taken directly from the film itself. Turning our attention to the base, Prime 1 continues to create beautiful museum-style environments for their Legacy Museum collection. Like all others in the line, this too showcases a fossil-ridden underground look as a part of the subbase, along with a large Jurassic World logo and Indominus Rex nameplate. The top features a jungle scene very similar to what's seen on screen, including large boulders, brush, and tree roots on a muddy jungle floor. The foliage is a mix of sculpted and artificial pieces decorating the base. The paint is done fairly well, with the rocks being especially impressive and realistic. My only critique is that the forest floor could have been done a little bit better. There's not as much detail on the ground as some of the other pieces in the line. The real star of the base, though, is the Ankylosaurus. The dead dinosaur is sculpted really well, displaying graphically deep wounds from the Indominus Rex's long claws. Its eyes look like they've just rolled back in its head as the Indominus roars to showcase her kill. Speaking of the Indominus Rex, this is one badass dinosaur. Prime 1 Studio knocked it out of the park having Steve sculpt this piece, giving us a perfectly accurate hybrid. Now, when I had initially saw the prototype photos, I felt something looked off about this piece. The dinosaur looks scrunched up and a bit too skinny. Luckily, that's not the case, and the proportions look 10 times better in person. 10 times bigger, too. Here it is compared to the Legacy Collection Alan Grant figure from the Mattel line. I have nothing but praise for the sculpt. The skin detail and texture and muscle structure and powerful limbs are all masterfully done, but none better than the head and massive jaws. Its inner mouth and jagged teeth look like something out of a horror film. Beautiful, but disgusting at the same time. I love it. The other side of the face displays some fresh scars and battle wounds. I don't recall these in the film, at least at this point in the movie, but I'm not complaining as I think it helps add even more character to an already captivating piece. The spines on its arms and back are done in a flexible black vinyl, while every other part on the piece is polystone. The only knock I'll give is on the design of the thumb. I understand they made it a detachable piece so it wouldn't break during assembly, but it leaves an obvious seam line which you notice right away, which makes it a strange design choice. Lastly, we'll talk about the paint job, and I'm gonna be honest, they did fall quite a bit short from the prototype. Now that doesn't necessarily mean I'm disappointed. While there are subtle tones of white and pale pink found throughout the body, if not displayed in good lighting, the entire piece just looks gray and flat. With that said, this piece is definitely affected by the type of lighting you display it in. It doesn't help much that the Ankylosaurus is painted in an almost identical paint scheme. Without closer inspection, it can almost seem like the piece is unfinished and only just primered, which is why I would have preferred Prime 1 go for a more white paint scheme on the Indominus itself. In the end, it comes off just being a bit too dark, but not too far off. This was my 7th piece in the Jurassic line from Prime 1, and I used my reward points from some of the previous purchases to buy this piece, and this is now probably tied for my 3rd favorite piece in the entire collection. So this piece was listed for $11.99, but unfortunately has sold out for anyone trying to purchase one. I still have 2 pieces coming, including the Dilophosaurus in a few months, and the Attack Velociraptor later this year. I'll also be doing a video ranking all my Jurassic pieces now that I've assembled a respectable collection. So make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss that. So if you made it this far, go ahead and tell me in the comments what you think about this piece, and where the Indominus Rex ranks in terms of your favorite dinosaur. Also, remember to follow me on Instagram at Jurassic Corner. Thanks for watching, guys, and remember, creation is an act of sheer will. Well, at least if you're Dr. Wu.